France election produced a hung parliament, as we just told you, with the leftist alliance in the lead, but without an absolute majority. Now, the next report is a detailed one that tells you how the French system really works and what may come next after the results are announced.
For weeks, the prospect of the far-right grabbing power for the first time in France's modern history was all that was discussed. But against all odds, the New Popular Front, a hastily concluded alliance between the four main left-wing parties, the Socialists, Greens, Communists and Jean-Luc Mélenchon's France Unboard movement, came out ahead, while Marine Le Pen's National Party fell to the third place. What comes next remains highly uncertain. The choice of France's future Prime Minister formally belongs to the country's President, Emmanuel Macron, who is not legally bound by the election's results, though political custom dictates that the head of the government be chosen from the rank of the strongest political force or coalition. Due to the dual executive system, the President is elected separately by direct universal suffrage and operates as the head of state. The Constitution gives the President the power to appoint the Prime Minister, who oversees the execution of legislation. The President also appoints the Council of Ministers or the Cabinet, which together with the Prime Minister is referred to as the government. How does the cohabitation work? Now, as the opposition won majority, Macron to appoint a Prime Minister belonging to that new majority. In this cohabitation, the government would implement policies that diverge from the President's plan. France's modern republic has experienced 3 cohabitations, the last one under conservative President Jacques Chirac, with Socialist Prime Minister Lionel Jospin from 1997 to 2002. The President is weakened at home during cohabitation, but still holds some powers. Now, what about a hung parliament? While not uncommon in other European countries, modern France has never experienced a parliament with no dominant party. Such a situation requires lawmakers to build consensus across parties to agree on government positions and legislations. What about Macron? The president's term runs until 2027, and he has said he'll not step down before its end. With no majority and no possibility to implement his own plans, Macron comes out weakened from the elections. In line with France's constitution, he still holds some powers over the foreign policy, European affairs and defense, and is in charge of negotiating and ratifying international treaties. The president is also the commander-in-chief of the country's armed forces and holds the nuclear codes. There is a possibility the new Prime Minister would be unable or unwilling to seriously challenge Macron's defense and foreign policy powers and would focus instead of domestic politics. Yet today, both the far-right and the leftist coalition's views in these areas differ radically from Macron's approach and would likely be a subject of tension during the political cohabitation. Anita Raj for DD India.